Hi, scholars. Welcome back to another episode of Teacher Daesha's Thoughts, where we navigate the trials and triumphs of entrepreneurship. And we are doing this through thoughts and tutorials. So I'm your host, Daesha.
I'm Amaya.
So yes, today we're joined by my sister. I'm trying to make this a bit more entertaining and a bit more easier for me to want to do, if that makes sense. So yeah, having a co-host, especially a co-host that we basically should have a podcast together anyway. Like we bounce off each
Yes,
other.
we should.
Who are you, Amaya?
I'm the owner of Synchronized Scents. I'm also Daesha's sister, which is why I'm such an integral part of her life. So, yay me.
Today's episode is inspired by my personal experience as an entrepreneur. And on my journey as an entrepreneur, there always seems to be peaks and valleys of something, whether it's revenue, equipment, clients, or even motivation. So that's what we're going to talk about today, getting into how to combat those through goals. So would you say that's the same for you, Amaya, with your entrepreneurship, that there's peaks and valleys of everything?
Yeah, sure. I know there's like moments when I have like extreme motivation and I'm just ready to tackle like different content, different posts, whatever. But then there's times where I'm like, I don't want to look at this business no more. So yeah, I guess so.
Well, we're going to get into that a little bit and how we can stop that from going forward. Also for the those that are watching this on YouTube, like this is video and audio. So those watching you on YouTube, me on YouTube, us on YouTube. Yeah, I'm looking at like 3 different screens right now. So yes, the camera is here. I'm going to try my best to focus on you, but I'm also talking to Amaya on the computer, and I'm also looking at my notes. So I'm still with you, but sometimes I'm not going to be looking at you. Okay, we're going to talk about again the difference between. Well, first off, let me go back because Amaya, did you know that whenever I find myself in the valley of entrepreneurship, the best way I know to turn it into a peak is by putting a plan in place, which actually just means setting some goals for myself. But did you also know that there are that there are good and bad goals? Did you know that?
Yeah, goals can be a good thing or they can be a bad thing. I can see that. Yeah.
Well, not that goals
It's
can be
not
a
a
good
bad
thing.
thing. I'm sorry, go on.
Well, not like goals can be a good thing or bad thing, but there can be good goals and there can be bad goals, or there can be goals that are helpful to you or goals that are harmful to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
We're going to get into it a little bit more. So, but yeah, that's the intro for today. So let's get into the episode. Let's get to it. Okay, so before we dive in, I just want to express my gratitude for the patience of all the scholars after episode 26, awaiting the release of episode 27. Um, you know, I'm known for a few things, on the YouTube and the internets, but consistency is really not one of them. So I appreciate the patience of the scholars. I'm doing the best I can, I really would love to do this more. Like, so yeah, I would love to do this more. I have a lot of other, what's the word? I don't know, a lot of other things,
Ideas,
interests.
responsibilities.
Yeah, responsibilities is a great word. A lot of other responsibilities that are going on right now. So it just makes it hard to be consistent. But This is something I really like to do with creating content and everything. It's just I'm gonna shoot for being more consistent. Also, my
I get
website is
that.
down right now, which is giving me a headache. Yeah, that's keeping me down. Also, you got what's going on with you, Maya? Or what do you
You
want
live
people to
my
know?
okay. I'm like,
Yeah,
what do you mean? The same thing, just different.
your
We
website is
have
down
our
too.
own. No, but it might as well be because I haven't paid the bill for it because I haven't really been. Um, yeah, because anyway, long story. But I have the means to do it. I just haven't done it because I don't really see a need for me to pay for my website at the moment. If I'm not even getting any attention on it anyway. So I've been thinking about that and being like, should I maybe just do Shopify or Etsy? And I'm like, I really don't want to do that. So eventually I will go and do my own thing. But, we have our own business together that has taken up a good chunk of time and energy, and then just other day-to-day activities and responsibilities. So, like I said, trying to work on consistency this month, which is why I was working on a post earlier today. Still haven't finished that, but I will, and hopefully post it before the day is out. So
Love that for you. Love that for you. You gotta. It's nice to have other entrepreneurs in the family. But it hasn't all been bad. We've done some traveling. We had actually had our first international trip, which
it was
was
amazing.
amazing. Yeah, it was. I, it was so much fun. We really did a lot. And I think a lot of times people want to rest when they go on vacation, but we still
We
young
wanted to
and
explore. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I
just
mean,
have some,
resting is important, but like I wanted to do it all. I wanted to do as much as I could, honestly.
yeah,
But
because you have to also enjoy your hard work, you know.
yeah,
And if you
I
want to
cut
see
you
how
off
much
earlier.
fun, it's fine. I'm sorry. The being on Zoom is not helping because I think we have it's gonna be a delay. But if you want to see how much fun we had, check out the vlog. Also, I made a vlog a long time ago. I did not post it, but I made a vlog about our actual business that we are running that we don't post about, but like our family business with the lawn thing. I actually made a vlog about that, but I hadn't posted it. So if you want to see that, then put some interest in the comments. That would be great. I made a vlog. It was like it was raining. You don't remember? I remade the whole thing. I don't know if I ever showed y'all the finished one, but I edited it, and it was raining. We stopped early cutting grass that day, and I
Mm,
recorded me
wait,
putting on my boots and stuff, and that's when
I'll
we
have
had
to
to get
see
out the
it. You're gonna
house.
have to.
Okay, I'll show it to you. Anyway,
Okay.
all right. So let's get to the goals because even after the vacation and everything, it took me some time to adjust, to get back to reality because I was having so much fun, I really didn't want to go back to work. What about you, Amaya?
I mean, I guess kind of a bit of it was a mix of stuff because I didn't want to get back to work because I really enjoyed myself. But at the same time, I was like, if I want to keep having the means to go and travel, then I need to put in the work because only having my own business is going to give me the flexibility that I want. And then I'll probably pay myself what I need in order to travel. So it was
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of like, I think I kind of got overwhelmed because I'm like, man, I really need to get to it. But also, I really want to go on another vacation, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So,
work to rest. But anyway, well, in order to get back on track, everyone needs goals. So we're going to talk about the right kind of goals to set. We're going to discuss the importance of SMART goals, what makes these goals SMART. But first, what would you say is the importance of goals? Before you answer that, I found a quote that I want to read to you.
mm,
Okay. It says, it's from a first century Roman philosopher. It says, when
mm.
a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no wind is the right wind.
Hey, let me what when a man does not know what harbor he is making for, no
Mm-hmm.
wind is the right wind. So when someone does not know where they are going,
Mm-hmm.
any kind of push is not a good push.
Yeah. It's deep, right?
Who said that? I don't, I don't know if I agree with that.
What do
Okay,
you
I guess
mean?
just
Okay, because let's
because
think
I'm
about it
like,
first.
if you get a push, listen though, if you don't know where you're going, but you get a push, then you roll to the next spot. So why is that a bad thing? If you're moving, I can see like if you aren't moving at all, then that's a bad thing. But like, I don't know. Explain it. Go and explain
Okay,
it.
well, one source just says it basically means for life to have direction, goals are essential. So,
I agree with that one, but that other one, I don't know. I think he thought he was spin bars, but he really just said nothing. Um,
okay, because
but
when he does it, if you don't know where you're going, so like, say for instance, I don't know where I'm going, like when we're driving around town, right?
yeah,
If I
yeah.
don't know where I'm going, even if I'm pressing on the gas, that doesn't make any sense because I don't know where I'm going. I could be going further from my place. I could be going further from my target, but I don't have a target. So, like, what's the point, basically? Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Is that,
Okay.
but basically, what does that help you
Uh-huh.
say about goals? Well, let's go off of that. For life to have a direction, goals are essential. So, what is the difference between a life with goals and a life without goals, would you say?
Well, if you don't have a goal, then you basically just it's like you're in the ocean, but you're just floating. But if you have a
Mm.
goal, you're actually going somewhere. I think that makes sense, but I don't know. I could be sounding like the little Roman dude. Um, but yeah, if you
Okay.
if you if you don't have a goal, I can. If you don't have a goal, then you are not doing anything. Like you're just letting life take you by. But if you actually have a goal, then you are working towards something, and it's going to benefit you in the long run.
I think goals are what help make life meaningful and help you have a purpose going forward. Like you have this goal. It gives you a direction of how to live your overall life. And then especially those are like long-term goals, but then you can also have short-term goals to help you achieve your long-term goals. So I mean, I'm a very goal-oriented person. So I feel like if I don't have a goal, then like what am I doing? What's the point? Because if not, I'm just taking up space at this point. That's how I feel about that. So like it's important because it helps you stay motivated, it helps direct the actions that you're taking. It also helps you to be accountable and it gives you a sense of accomplishment, like when you reach a goal and then it like gives you
Mhm.
stuff it gives you something to celebrate. Like, oh, I reached this goal. I can
I
rest
did
now.
that.
Yeah, you know. And but if you don't, I guess I don't understand. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, just like a person in general.
Hmm. Like have something to work toward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but if you don't set the right goal, you could actually be hurting yourself. Like if you there are goals that might be too ambitious or like
Aren't reasonable.
yeah, you fail before you even started. And then like that's even worse, I think, than not having a goal at all. So like having an unachievable goal is worse than having no goal at all, I think. What, you don't agree?
Having an unachievable goal. Well, I don't know if it's worse than, but it's not a good thing. But I don't think it's. I don't know. I wouldn't classify it as worse than. Like if we had to put it on the scale of greater than, or like a scale of 1 to 10. Um,
Because it's like at that point you're on a wild goose chase. Like at least if you're a
Yeah.
person without goals, you know at the end of the day you just need a goal to get started. Like if you have a goal, you can easily turn around. But if you have like an unachievable goal and you've been working towards it and you realize like in the middle of that you don't have it, it's like you've been working your whole life just to find out it was for nothing. And I feel like that
Okay,
could be
wait.
devastating.
But if you have an unachievable goal, but you're still working toward that unachievable goal, then eventually it's like when you're picking at something, like if you're picking at a rock trying to get to the inside of it, you will get there eventually, or you might get a
If
little
it
closer to your overall goal versus if you don't have a goal at all.
But
So,
if your
okay,
overall
but
goal is unachievable, then okay, let's wait till we get because we're gonna talk more about achievable goals in a minute. So
okay.
let's finish going over the SMART goal criteria and all that. Okay. So do you know what is a SMART goal or what makes a goal SMART?
I know what some of the letters are in the acronym. I can't remember what the S one is, but I know it has to be measurable, attainable, and I know the T is timely, but I can't think of what the S and R are.
Okay. So just a recap and also a fill in. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So achievable or attainable and time bound or timely. So let's go
Okay.
over them because also I kind of want to go over these a bit faster because we've talked a lot so far.
It has said a word. We have said nothing.
um so specific, what
I
makes
just
the
Googled it.
goal? See, great research helps. What makes a goal specific and clear? What would you say is a specific goal for entrepreneurs
Um,
or just people in general?
to make X amount of this or to do X amount of this per week or per day or something. Instead of having it to where like, oh, by the end of the month, I want to have X and Y and Z done. But instead make it like, okay, for every day I want to do X or something.
Yeah, because something that's not specific and clear is just saying, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a
Don't we
millionaire.
all?
I, like that is not specific enough. So if we really want to say that, let's say someone has a goal to be a millionaire. Let's see how we could make that more specific. So technically, to be a millionaire, where's my calculator? To be a millionaire, you need to make $1 million in a year, right?
Okay.
So let's see, what is a million divided by, let's say 52. Let's divide it by the weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And by 52. That means you need to be making $19,230 a week.
Okay.
Now,
I wonder what kind of job you got. Okay.
yeah, because I think maybe we can help this go. We can take this through all the criteria because that's specific. That's a bit more specific. And to be very specific, it's $19,230.77. So let's just say 19,000. Let's just say $20,000 because
Okay.
you're not gonna work every week. Honestly, you're not gonna want to work every week of your life. So let's just say you need to make $20,000 a week. Now, for some people, that's not achievable for some people, but because based on your skill set.
What people is it achievable for?
I mean, it's something. Okay, the millionaires that are out there, like you could have a product that's generating $20,000 a week in sales. You
Okay.
could have a service where or high ticket or high value ticket, whatever service, where if you get like 20 people in a week and you have $1,000 course, then that's $20,000 in a week. So
That's fair.
that's being specific. So maybe if you are that person that sells a product, like, okay, how many products do I need to sell in a week? If you are that person that has a service, how many services or what service do I need to sell or create to make that amount in a week? So that's specific instead of just saying, I want to be a millionaire. And it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we go to measurable. How to quantify and track progress.
You asking me? Oh,
I don't know, because it's like at some point it's like, am I interviewing her or like how is this? Because I feel like
is
I'm
this
asking
a
you a bunch of
discussion?
questions. It is.
I would say that's not already measured though, or maybe we need to like measure it. I don't know. How is that not measured already?
Okay, so measurable. A question that came up in the research for measurable is how to quantify and track progress. So let's see.
It says how much of how many.
What?
I don't know, girl. I don't know.
How to quantify and track progress. So basically, let's go back to the $20,000 a week thing. Then you need to be like, measure again, like how many products do I need to sell it? So let's say if you have a product that is, let's see, $20. Wow. You need to sell 1,000 of those a week. Or if you have a course that is $1,000, then you
Then
need to
you would
sell
only
20
need
of
to sell
those a week.
20.
So yeah, so your goal could now be, set. I need to
And
sell.
measurable.
Yeah, it's measurable. So it's like instead of saying I want to become a millionaire, it's now I need to sell 1,000 such and such a week, or I need to yeah, I
Sell
need to
20
sell,
such and such.
yeah. So now
Okay,
it's
so
measurable.
now
So far it's specific and measurable. So it's
so you
smooth.
want to be a millionaire, but you you want to be a millionaire,
Uh-huh.
but you want to do that by making $20,000 a week,
Mm-hmm.
and you do that by selling X amount of a product that costs $1,000. 20
Or
20 things that cost $1,000 or 1,000 things that cost $20.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's
So that's
two.
smooth, right?
Smooth.
Yeah. So now we're
Smooth.
getting to the achievable or attainable. Now, if the product that you're selling, let's see, if the product that you're selling is what's something like cheap paper plates, like
I'm
you
sorry.
are
I'm
not
so
gonna,
sorry that was so loud.
yeah, that's not achievable or attainable if you're gonna be selling that trying
Yeah.
to make $1,000,000. Now, if you had some food on them paper plates, if you had, that's the
Like
only thing you could.
lobster
It
and
don't even have to be that. It could be like if it's
well,
something.
okay, I'm not paying $20 for something that ain't I'm not paying
If
no.
somebody had, listen, if you had some oxtails and mac and cheese
Okay.
and let's see, cabbage and um, let's see, a honey butter roll and let's see, that's not enough green, is it? Is enough vegetables? They'll have a
No,
starch.
you
I
only
said
called
mac and
out
cheese.
one vegetable.
Okay, if you had oxtails and chicken wings, let's just say and chicken wings. People soul food, they don't care about the vegetables that much. Just get so you had oxtails, chicken wings, macaroni, cabbage,
Okay.
honey butter, and a side of pink lemonade. You want to pay $20 for that?
Yeah. How big is the portion? Cause
It's
like
a
if it's a little baby portion, no, bro. I'm so sorry. I can cook it myself. But
but see, that's where it depends. Anyway, we get off track.
anyway, right, right. I mean, I guess so. If it's a really good plate,
Yeah.
yes. Wait, where's the dessert? The dessert wasn't even on there. Now, if it
Oh,
was
well,
all that
okay.
has a dessert and a drink, then yeah, sure.
Like a
I do
brownie.
$20.
Ooh, I love me a
A
brownie.
cookie, first of all.
It could be a
But
brookie.
anyway,
We can make peace. We can
that might be good. That
compromise.
might be.
Okay, so but even still, if you had that good food, are you sure you're gonna get 1,000 people right away?
I might. We probably could though. If
Not
you,
right away.
but see,
That's
that's
not
the thing.
realistic.
But see, that's the thing. If you don't market it right, then you know you won't be able to get all those many eyes. So I guess that's kind of where my thing is too sometimes.
Hey,
But
scholars,
anyway,
let's talk about a revolutionary way to clean that not just saves the planet, but also puts some green back into your wallet. I'm talking about eCloth, the game changer in sustainable cleaning. Forget about pricey, harmful cleaners and those high quality paper towels that just drain your budget. But with eCloth, you're in control. You just need water. Not only are you reducing your environmental footprint, but think about the money you'll save compared to traditional cleaning products. No more expensive sprays or endless rows of paper towels, or I'm not sure about you, but even the smell sometimes would even be too much that you need to wear a mask with some cleaning products. But you don't have to worry about that with eCloth. And here's another kicker. For scholars, eCloth is offering a fantastic 15% off, but wait, to support our channel, make sure to click on the link that's in the episode description before using our code CLEAN15 at checkout. So make the smart choice for your home, wallet, health, and the planet. Visit ecloth.com and start saving big today. We're just getting back here. We took a little break, a little intermission. You can flip out the fro. So
we should have did that on the break.
So far, we said that the $20 plates,
Yes.
that's something that's $20. So basically, with the goal of being a millionaire, you want to try to sell $20 plates, $1,020 plates, or you could sell a high profitable course. But do you have the knowledge to do that? Do you have the knowledge or information to create a course that's worth $1,000 for 20
I
people?
can finesse something, I feel like.
But see, finessing, you don't need a finesse when you're talking about. Let's think about people who have $1,000 worth of disposable income. Do you think they want something that's
I
finessed?
mean, I'm saying when I say finesse, I mean like I could pull out a topic that I think I know a lot about, and I can make a course on it. And like
Okay.
I can find a way to make it work. Is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna just sell y'all just anything and be like, give me $1,000. I'm gonna put my foot in it, and it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something that you would want to pay, you know,
But
that amount of
even
money for.
then, you have to you still have to make time. So with both of these things, there's still a barrier to get to that
Mm.
point of you can sell it for this amount of money. Because with the plate, do you have the cooking skills to do that? With
First of
the
all,
I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm not talking about
okay,
you specifically. Okay, I'm
okay.
just saying the person that's trying to sell plates for $20.
Thank you. Let the record be known. I know how to cook. But anyway, don't add that in the thing. Take it out. Don't put that in the podcast.
I don't know. I might just keep it as the editor,
No, that you hear all the plates. Take
I
it
can
out.
edit it out, honey. Anyway, so let's hurry up and get past this one. So then you have the relevant. How relevant is it to your overall objectives and your
If
overall
you're
goals?
cooking, if you're cooking food, then
What?
wait. I had a thought, but it went away. Um, see. I'm thinking like, how relevant is it to other people? Because I was like, if you're cooking food, then yeah, it's relevant because everybody needs food.
But that's
But
not what
you're
this is
saying how
in.
relevant is it to like my overall goal?
Yeah.
What you mean is very relevant. I need to
But
sell stuff
see,
in order to make money.
here's the thing. So now you have to go back to your saying of being a millionaire. Is it enough for you if you're just saying, "Hey, I want to make $1 million," or are you saying, "Hey, I want to uh live off $1 million," or I want to um just have that money to use. And there you go again with that yawning.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I just looked at the thing and it was like your goals should align with your values and long term objectives.
so yeah.
So
So
just because I want to be a millionaire, like obviously there's a reason that I want to be a millionaire, whether it's
mhm,
because I want to make sure I can live comfortably or I got medical expenses or XYZ.
yeah.
Um, so as long as the course I'm offering or the food I'm making is that right?
I mean, yeah, but I think too, going back to where you're saying, why do you want to make the $1 million? That's like the know your end game to stay in the game. So like what's your end game here with $1 million? Is it just to have the money, or is it to earn the freedom that comes with that? So if that's the case, would making $20 plates honestly get you to the point where you could have that freedom? Because that's a product, that's something that continuously have to be served. Will people be able to make it as you? Will you have to train people to make it? Will that still align with your goals and align with your schedule? And is it relevant to the rest of your life goals? Or should you consider doing a service where you can create something, a course or content that is evergreen and that will always be able to be sold and is less hands off the more you make it or the more it's sold? So that's maybe with relevance there. And then time bound. Is it timely? Do you have the deadlines? So is this something that you can accomplish within a year? Is the course itself something that's going to take a year to create? So all of this is stuff you have to consider. And once you have that goal, then instead of, it can be something achievable, because instead of saying, oh, I want to become a millionaire, that sounds a lot, it sounds like a lot. It sounds very overwhelming. But if you change that, I want to become a millionaire, to like, I want to have the skill set to create a course that is worth $1,000 that I can sell 20 times a week. If you can change it to that, then it's more workable. It sounds more achievable.
But is it more specific?
Yeah.
You
It's
want to
more
have the skill set? That's not specific
okay. It's
though.
more specific than saying I want to have $1 million. Like if you just say, okay, I want to learn a skill. Okay, this is the specific now. It's instead of I want to become a millionaire, it's I want to learn a skill that is worth someone paying me $1,000 to teach them. I
Okay, so does that goal follow all the SMART? Is that goal SMART? Is it
Yeah, it's
specific,
specific.
measurable? How is it measured?
Is
How do you
measured
measure?
learning a skill. So
Yeah,
okay,
like
okay. I want to learn a skill by the end of this year or by 6 months that I can use to have that knowledge. I can take that knowledge to make a course that's worth $1,000. That's more along the lines. I think. I don't know how measurable it is. I think yeah, it's measurable because it's a time thing.
but that would be time based then. Measurable, it says make sure your goal and progress are reasonable.
So what is a measured goal?
Like something that you can quantify. Like whether, but I mean, I guess, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know, girl,
only
you
like I
confusing
think
me.
the fact that it's just one the fact that it's just one goal. So I mean, or one skill.
Yeah.
So like if it was two skills, or I want to learn two skills, or I want to, so I think the fact that it's one skill makes it measurable. It's achievable because if you have the free time, apparently if you're making this goal, I guess that would have to depend on who you are as a person, if it's achievable and realistic for your circumstances. But in this scenario, it is. And is it relevant? Yes, it's relevant because your overall goal is to become a millionaire. And it's time bound because you want to do it within a year. So
Okay.
we have a scenario, a real life example, if you will. Um, or not a real life example, but someone, I found this person on Reddit. They asked, just let's just pull this up. It's like a entrepreneur type community. And this young
Okay.
entrepreneur asked a question about goals. And I thought it was timely. So I'm gonna try to
Were
see
you
if
the
I
young entrepreneur?
uh
I said, were you the young
no,
entrepreneur?
I wasn't. No, I was not. Okay. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
Oh, girl,
I'll I'll read it.
I
It
can
says
read it.
no, because
Oh, never mind.
I want to hear your input as I read it,
Okay.
because I've already read it and I just want you to take it all in as I read it. Okay.
All right.
So this is an entrepreneur. He posted this 2 years ago, but is the account deleted since he posted it? I don't know. Anyway, it says, Dear entrepreneurs, for background, I'm a 23-year-old uni student. I don't understand how goal setting works when it comes to your lifestyle. I want to start my own online business and make some income on the side so that I can do stuff, go places, maybe get a car, buy a new pair of shoes every now and then, take my mom to lunch or a small holiday, just generally feel more confident and secure as a man. I don't want to have us
What?
I don't want to
I'm
have to
sorry.
sweat at the thought of my bank account balance constantly. I'm not trying to be
Okay.
Bezos, but just enough to do cool things and survive. I only really know that I want to have more money than I currently do now. I earn about 200 euro from work weekly, so ideally I like to have an extra 300 or so. And I suppose that isn't quite enough to make a goal. I am learning web development right now from a course on Udemy, not because I am passionate about websites and stuff, but because I want to learn to make money building websites for people. The money being the main motivation. How do I make goals for myself so that I can stay on track and eventually make even 1 euro? I have never made money online before, and I have trouble believing that it is even a playable feature in the video game that is my life. But I've seen what? Okay, but I've seen my brother do it, so I have reason to believe it's possible. I feel that my goals are too vague and not specific enough. But how specific do I need to be? Is there some sort of template I can follow? I just want to make some kind of tangible plan that will make take me from point A to point B in a given time frame, but I feel lost with it all. Any advice would be greatly appreciated.
First of all, I thought you said you read this already. Why were you confused at that last part? What?
I like read it right before I read it today. I just found it today. So it's not like
Okay.
yeah. So so
All
what
right, let me pull this up. What did you
uh-huh.
say? And I don't want
My
to talk bad
thing
about the person because what if he's listening to this?
of course like
Um,
he but he would okay, I'm sorry. I don't have enough
he
faith in
might.
my
It might
own.
be a 25-year-old somewhere out there. He's like, "Ooh, teacher Daesha, let me listen to what she got to say on her new podcast." And then she's like, "Oh wait, that's me." Anyway, um, what am I doing? I'm evaluating his post. What?
What advice would you give to this young entrepreneur? And I feel like I should have read that in a British accent because he said a uni
He said a
student
euro. Yeah,
euro. Yeah, how much
in
is that by the
uni.
way?
Because who? What American says uni?
Yeah, yeah, they
But
would say a college student.
yeah. Um, I don't understand how goal setting works when it comes to your lifestyle. What do you mean by that, babe? Um,
And what kind of job are you at when you make it? You only make it $215 a week?
really? Well,
Yes.
then could it have been different 2 years ago, maybe?
I don't know about that.
Um, but I don't see how an extra $300 is gonna get you to be able to buy a new pair of shoes and get a new car. Like,
He must still be living at home right now.
oh wait,
But
how did he
anyway,
spell mom? He spelled mom
mm,
American, so. But okay, anyway. Um, well, my first thing to say to him is that your confidence should not be based on the numbers in your bank account. Let's do that first, because you come out. I want to feel more confident as a man. You don't need money to do that. Well, I mean, you kind of do, but you don't need your confidence to be equal with your bank account. Let's start there. Um, if he, I mean, I feel like he's kind of working in the right direction. He's getting a job that is profitable or that is something people need at the time. Like, what did he say? Building websites. He's learning web
mm.
development right now. So, what you want me to say? I'm so confused. He's. I
I'm just
think
saying,
he's.
what would you if he was coming? Because you're a successful entrepreneur at this point. Like you, even if we didn't have the family business, like you have at least made 1 euro online.
Um, I feel like he could probably just market that somewhere. I know he said it's not something that he's passionate about, but sometimes people have to realize that in order to reach some financial goals, you might not be able to follow your passion for the time being. But that's why you have the financial goals, so that way eventually you can work to get to your passion. Um, so that's a good step, I think. But what is he doing? I'm so sorry, I've seen a lot. But ask his brother. He's what is he talking about? He says, I've
That's
never made
right.
money online before, and I have trouble believing that it is even a playable feature. in the video game that is my life, but I've seen my brother do it. So, first of all, are you and your brother not on speaking terms? Go ask him for some of his suggestions because he might be able to tailor it a little to you specifically. Like he knows how you think, he knows how you grew up, so he could help you in that direction a little bit. But I do think you're in the right step. Like you made a good step so far. You learned a skill that you can profit from. So once you learn that and maybe market yourself towards that, see if there are any jobs in your area or online that need a web developer. Because I've been looking at jobs online and I think a lot of people need that apparently. Because
But
they don't
that's
want none of
not.
my skills, but it's okay. Um,
But maybe he
say
doesn't want
what?
to be an employee.
Well, um, then like I said, just market that. If you think you have the means and capability of creating a website on your own, like without a team or without anyone behind you, then just market that and maybe have some things ready to show people like this is what I can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's okay. I don't know if his goal is smart though. I don't see a time frame anywhere.
Of course, because he said he doesn't know. He said he feels that his goals are too vague and not specific enough. And I was like, it is.
So set a smart goal, person. I'm
But
sorry,
he
I'm
doesn't
not
know
yelling
how.
at you.
He doesn't know how.
Well, let's walk him through the steps. Tell him to
Okay.
look at this chart and
Yes.
ask the questions. I think there should be a questions, like there should be questions that you have to answer for each of these things, right?
Yeah, it is. I and let
Like
me
how
let
do I
me
ooh, not that voice crack though.
so
Um,
specific. What makes a goal specific? Oh wait, that's not okay. Specific and clear. Is it mm, what does specific mean? Like what? I
we've been
mean,
doing
have
all
you
this.
ever I
We've been
know
doing
what it
all this.
means. I know what it
I
means,
got
but
you. I
like
got
how do you define specific,
you. Okay. All right. I
specific,
got you. I got you,
whatever?
girl. It says, ask yourself questions about your goals following the five W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. So, who is this guy? Let's give him the name James. His name is James for the sake of the story. And
But I
his
thought we were
what?
trying to James is the one who needs to be asking these questions.
Yeah. Oh, I was kind of feeling it in for him. I'm sorry. James, go to Google and ask them, how do I know if my goal is smart?
No, so okay, so basically he would need to do this. So like who?
He needs to ask himself these
Who
questions.
James, so I'm saying so like so let's just put ourselves in his scenario. So who do I want to make money for? I want to make money for me. And I'm assuming his mom. Like if he's a good son, he wants to make money for himself and his mom. Uh what?
I said good son, like good soup. But anyway,
Okay, him who is it for? Um what what does he want to make? Be specific with that and don't limit yourself.
well, he was
Like
specific with that. He
I know
said,
he was specific, but I mean, okay, if I don't know the
wait, let
cost
me
of
see.
living and wherever he is, but $500 a week, that's what that's just that's just $2,000 a month. I don't think that's enough for day-to-day life. I
It's just how
mean,
much a month?
$2,000 a month. I'm saying
If
if
he
you
doesn't have
are
any bills, then it's reasonable.
but if
But if
you
he
if
has bills, then yeah.
so yeah, just so I'm not gonna even answer all these questions with him because it's a lot. So I'm just saying, think of the who, what, where, when, and why. My co-host has to step away for a second. I'll look at some of these uh responses. It says you like money, so set yourself a goal like 2K a month, for example. Then reverse engineer what it would take to do that. How many clients, how much hours of work, what kind of service, how to market it. More questions will come the more you think about it. Answer all those questions and start taking action, which I think that is pretty good. Just, make once you answer those questions and you collect all of that data, then turn them into specific goals that you can start to reach. So I just thought this was a fun little I thought this was an interesting little scenario situation to read. I'm not even sure who it was that posted this because like I said, I think it was deleted. But Amaya is back now. I don't know if you heard, but basically one of the
I did.
oh, you did?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But
I had my headphones on still.
if you are an entrepreneur and you would like to share your experiences, your struggles, or your successes in your journey as an entrepreneur, then you can also post to our Reddit community if you would like to edit. I
That's
think
your
there's
Reddit community.
okay, but you can still be a part of it, Amaya, if you would like, you know.
Oh, thank
So,
you. I was like, we
but
could just read Reddit entrepreneur stories and
I
give
know,
our
right?
thoughts and opinions on that. That'll be fun. Because I just saw
So,
one. It was like, what did it say? Um, somebody didn't want to pay them. I'm like, take them to court. He said, I made a
uh,
website for a guy and he doesn't want to pay me. You crazy.
so yeah, it's I'm trying to figure out what I created the community, but it's called Scholar's Thoughts. That's what it's called, Scholar's Thoughts. The Reddit community is called Scholar's Thoughts, and if you're new here, you might be wondering what is a scholar. And a scholar is simply someone who has decided to support our community by either subscribing to me on YouTube or following me wherever you see me on social media and just joining the community. So if you would like to share your thoughts as a scholar, as I have shared my thoughts here, then be sure to check out that community and leave your story or leave your questions. I would love to get to know you guys a little bit more. So I think I think that's all that we have for today. Um, please share with us some of the SMART goals that you're setting for your entrepreneurship. I know for me, a SMART goal that I am setting for my journey is to upload more consistently, which is not specific. So I want to upload at least 2 videos, two like regular production, like high production edited videos at least twice a month on my YouTube channel. And I would like to start making at least one podcast episode a month. That's giving me a lot of wiggle room here. But again, with my schedule, if I can do that, then I can start to increase my goals a little bit more. But right now, that's what's realistic for me. So that's a SMART goal. Have you thought of any SMART goals you could set?
I'm assuming you're asking me because
Yeah,
you
who
didn't
else
use
am
my
I
name.
asking?
I don't know, but you could have used my name. Like,
Amaya.
what? Yes.
What SMART goals do you plan on setting for yourself?
Um, I think I would like to make at least 3 posts a week for the month of December. I'm gonna start there. I feel like that's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, it's relevant because I need eyes on my thing and the way I get eyes is my content, and it is timely. Or what's how to say it? Time
Time
content
bound.
time bound. Okay. I'm not worried about TikTok at the moment. TikTok don't happen if it happens, but for Instagram, that's my goal for December.
Well, I think that's it. Again, you all know where to find me, except right now, not on my website. Actually, I do have a ticket in with Bluehost. Wait, you might have a
Did they
thingy.
return?
Yeah, da da da. From the case details, I understand you're not able to access your website. I can see that you had requested for the refund for the domain name. Please know that the domain name which was refunded has been grabbed for the aftermarket. I am sorry, we're not sure when the domain name will be made available for the public for fresh registration. We understand that sometimes life happens. That is,
That's not no sometimes life
if there
happens.
were
Excuse me?
a way for us to retrieve this domain for you, we are happy to address any questions.
That's
Uh,
not that is not okay. So I
so
know
this
sometimes
is
life happens.
no,
Were they
listen,
saying that to
listen,
you or were they saying wait,
listen. Just
girl?
okay. So this is
I'm
the
sorry.
full story. So basically, they were going to charge me $300 to renew the website. So
Okay.
I was I was thinking I was okay with that, but then afterwards I was like, nah, that's not right. And then we were getting ready to go on vacation, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this time and relax and spend my money how I want to spend it. And if I still have the means to do so when I come back, then I'll do it. So before, so the renewal date, it didn't expire until November 18th, but they automatically took it out my account on November, like before that, way before it. And I was like, hey, wait a minute. I'm not ready for that commitment yet. Give me my money back and I need some more time to think about it. And
You
so
got
I
cold
guess,
feet.
yeah, and I guess in that process, I also refunded the domain registration, which doesn't, it is what it is at this point. So I thought when I paid them back for hosting my website that it was still, that was me getting it back, getting everything back, but I guess not. So I guess teacherdaesha.com is going to have to change.
So
No,
much
so I
better.
guess basically I have to find a different domain name. It's kind of horrible that I have to do that, but you know, it is what it is. I know my end game, and maybe I don't even need to do that right now. Maybe I can just stick with my social media platforms. But we'll see. Thank you, Amaya, for being a great co-host today. This has been Teacher Daesha's Thoughts. Join me next time to hear more thoughts on entrepreneurship. Bye.
Bye. Daesha is out. Peace.